Is this man even a man? I began to wonder as a man starts shuffling towards the cashier. He has weird wires and mechanical things like stuck to his legs. I quickly start to wonder, what is he? As he starts putting his bags on the cash register, my curiosity starts to burst out of me. I turn around, ask the man, "Hey, what are you?" He said, "I'm human." I'm like, "Then what is all of this?" He says, "I am attached to an exoskeleton." Today I will inform you about the exoskeleton. And for anyone who doesn't know, the exoskeleton is used to help disabled people walk again. Statistics show that, according to statistics, from the Council of Awareness, Disability Awareness, 1 in 4 people in their 20s will become disabled before they retire. And it's common a misconception about how people are injured and get disabled. It's basically not an accident. It can be caused by anything: back injuries, cancer, and other illnesses. So to better understand the exoskeleton, it is important to know what the ESCO is, how it works mechanically, and how it is helping people today. So first, I'm going to talk about how it works. What is the exoskeleton? The exoskeleton helps the disabled walk again. So Esco Bionics is the creator of Esco exoskeleton, and so they pride themselves to create robotic exoskeleton to augment human strength, endurance, and mobility. So the exoskeleton is a wearable bionic suit which enables individuals with any amount of lower extremity weaknesses to stand up and walk over ground with a natural full weight bearing reciprocal gait. In other words, they are attached to a form of prosthetic legs, and it connects to their spinal cord, so they're able to walk again upright with the assistance of walkers and crutches. Next, now that we know what the exoskeleton is, I will talk about how it works mechanically. The exoskeleton has a battery-operated motor which replaces the weak muscle capabilities of the legs. So pretty much the motor now becomes your legs. The exoskeleton has 4 modes of walking, which are the first step, the active step, the pro step, and the pro step plus. Alright, first off, the first step, ironically, is the first one you use when you get to the session. It is a physical therapist straps you into the exoskeleton, and it's controlled by buttonry. So you have no control over it. You just support the weight of it, while your physical therapist is controlling what you do. The active step is the next step, which is pretty much you gain control of the buttons. The pro step, it takes the buttons out of the equation, so you walk when you shift your hips forward and like sideways. It looks weird when you start doing it. And the new Pro Step Plus is one of the ones they're developing now. It's just like the Pro Step, except you use it with the intention of leg movement. So it's sort of connected to your mind and your nervous system, which allows you to move your leg forward. Now that I explained how the exoskeleton works, I will now explain how it is helping people today. Mark Pollock is an Irish motivational speaker who has not only been blind for 16 years but has been disabled since 2010. In the spring of 2014, he became the first one to walk with the exoskeleton. He became disabled when he fell from a 2-story window out and paralyzed his spinal cord. Before he could use this exoskeleton, he was attached to electrical patches which were aligned with his spinal cord so that he would be able to have nerve impulses which allow his legs to move. So, so after he was strapped to the exoskeleton, he experienced normal human actions. He began to sweat, his heart rate increased. He was actually able to walk forward and backwards. So the moment he first began using it, he got up, he walked over to his fiancée and hugged her. So, also, the exoskeleton isn't just for legs. It can actually help people with muscle capabilities. So yes, just like Iron Man, you can actually become stronger too. Ad Adam Rogers, a tester of the exoskeleton, was the first one to use the muscle exoskeleton to lift a grinder, which at first he had trouble lifting above his head for more than a few minutes until he was strapped into the exoskeleton and became pretty much weightless. However, there was a negative side effect to the exoskeleton because when he tries to push it away from him, the counterweights kicked in, so it pretty much pushed him back. So he began shaking in his harness. What happened was the Newton's third law of motion applied.
Stop.